Hey everybody, this is Fumi from freespiritedfumi.com. And okay, this video is going to be about emotional pimps. Like, what did you just say? Emotional pimps. I have noticed this, especially with women, and this is something that's used by advertisers. Beware of people, brands, coaches who try to lower your self-esteem in order to sell you a product. A lot of people, especially some of you ladies on Facebook, so I'm putting this out for my woman on my Facebook page. You guys seem to be addicted to keeping it real blog memes, keeping it real articles, keeping it real memes, even at your expense. And you guys need to stop that. Stop sharing these, keeping it real videos where they're beating their kids, these keeping it real memes where they're talking about the dysfunctions in your community and in your family, whether it's bashing you, whether it's bashing your men, even if it's bashing your men. Like, don't, whether it's true or not, don't be sharing that stuff. Don't share dysfunction because it makes you look bad and it makes your people look bad. Because when people look at you, they're not going to say, oh, well, she's different. They're going to say, oh, look at one of them. And watch out for these pimps, especially these newer femininity pimps. Now I know there's a lot of negative propaganda out there, but especially the femininity pimps. I used to watch a lot of not watch. I used to read some blogs by some women who I thought were pretty cool. They would post stuff on femininity tips or whatever, and you know, I didn't know that you needed to get tips on femininity. My mother was very traditional in generals when she raised me. Very traditional. She always wanted me to look a certain way, da 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 da. But apparently there were one with blogs for femininity tips, and two of the bloggers, both non-black women, black American women, went from posting about femininity, which is basically what their blog is about, to doing anti-black women posts and all this stuff like they know better, even though we have better rights and live better in our country than they do. I didn't even go into that, but started, the blog just kind of shifted. So I stopped reading it. I don't read it anymore, if unless it randomly comes in my feed. But even then, like, I don't read it. It's usually if somebody else posted it, I'll actually remember I even used to read the blog. And I recently started seeing some of these femininity coaches. Now, ladies, you got to know, just because somebody has a brown face and just because you feel like you have solidarity with other people who look like you does not mean they really are for you. And with this little femininity coach, I noticed that the way she gets a lot of women rallied up is by making little cute memes, little sassy memes about the dysfunctions that they as women have. Yeah, you guys are this and this and this and this, and that's why you can't get a man. You guys are this and this and this, and this is why you're abandoned. You guys are this, this, and this, and this, and this. You know, so this is what's wrong with you. Oh, come to my $7,000 class so I can teach you not to be a hot mess. And many of these memes are based off of racial prejudice, bickerings of mentally ill men, the bickerings of mentally ill men who attack women in their family, who attack the women in their community, and they go abroad with that mess, talking, telling other people in countries like Brazil. So now these foreigners, these foreign women think that they can start femininity careers trying to help you in America when they know nothing about living in America. When these guys just kind of fly over there to use them as for sex. They have no intention on marrying these women, these foreign little pimps, wannabe pimps, trying to pimp, off of your insecurities, because these men are bashing their own women. They look like fools going down there acting like that. But these women trying to sell you this package that they claim they have when in their country, in countries like Brazil, ladies, Afro-Brazilian ones, the ones that look European, they are the bottom of the totem pole, ladies. They are. They don't even get representation in their own country. People go to Brazil, they see them everywhere, but then when they look on magazines, they're not there. So don't start taking advice from women who haven't even won in their own country, if you know what I mean. And also with these femininity pimps, in male and female relationship pimps, you got, if the female or male pimp has not achieved what they're trying to get you to achieve, you do not buy any of their products. If she's selling you femininity and grace, but she's making sassy, self-esteem damaging memes to lower your self-esteem to get you to buy her products, feminine women don't do that. You don't see me making memes to to do wisecracks against other women, because I don't have to do that. And also, why would I be talking to you about marriage and about how to get a man when I'm not married? How is a single woman gonna tell a woman from another country whose culture she knows nothing about how to get married? And why are you buying it from her? Why? Because some of you are. You're following the page, and I had followed the page of some of these women because I wanted to support other women who look like me at first, and I was just curious, just for the information. Maybe I'll learn something new. And it's a lot of the stuff is basic stuff. And then when I look at the stuff, I'm like, a lot of this stuff, these women are just, well, see, what they do is these pimps. What they do is they get your emotional. Well, first they gotta lower your self-esteem by pointing out any racialized prejudice against you or against women in general. It's like you when you're up late and you see those little advertisements, and they say, do you have saggy arms? Don't worry, you can have perfect arms. You can have the best arms in the world. And then all of a sudden you never thought about your arms, and all of a sudden you're looking at your arms like, you know what? My arms could be tighter. And here's the solution, and they just like, yeah, your arms, they look like this. They could look like this, So they're pointing out stuff that you normally never would think about. And now they're selling you a product. But then in order to sell you the product, they have to beat you down. And they have to beat down your self-esteem. So be wary, and especially these male, goodness, whether it's the conscious male ones with that have scandals with strippers, or if it's the ones with the TV shows like Steve Harvey, who's been to 3 divorces and broke. Even his wife was like, yeah, I almost divorced him. He was broke. He thought I would divorce him because he's broke. Yeah, because he made so many. But anyway, whether it's pimps like Steve Harvey, talking about trying to scam you out of your money, making movies and stuff about how you're so this, this is so much stuff wrong with you. You just have to bend over like a pretzel. You just have to bend over like a pretzel. And then you'll get a man because you're just so horrible you don't have a man. No, maybe the men you're working with ain't that mentally right. See, a lot of these foreign women, what they don't know is the men that we have to work with are mentally ill and unfit to be with. So you could be perfectly nice and follow some of their tips, but it wouldn't work on them. The techniques she'll try to teach you wouldn't be appreciated or work on men who are not mentally, emotionally sound, which many of the men in America of a certain culture are not. So keep that in mind. That's why I encourage women to marry internationally, which is why I have videos on it for free. You don't gotta pay for it for free. And I'm gonna be doing more videos on that, and I'm gonna do videos on femininity, because I don't want you ladies to only have to go to these black women hating foreigners for basic knowledge that we already know. Our grandmothers know, our mothers know. You don't have to pay for it. Don't let them think you have to pay for it. Because let me tell you something. These mentally ill men, it won't work on them because they don't understand the value of feminine women. They don't understand the value of submissive women. Submissive women, you have to show submissive women a certain amount of respect, and you have to care for and cater to and provide for women in a healthy manner, and not come with a lot of baggage to get that. And these men don't have that, and that's why they don't get it. And that's why when they see us women go to other men who do those things, that's why they see us a totally different side of us, because they don't have the emotional mental capacity to appreciate women who are healthy, who are feminine, who are submissive, nor do they have the capacity, or nor were they raised to know how to be providers for their women or children. So don't waste some of the good advice from these emotional pimps on mentally ill men. Go internationally for that, because if you want a man who looks like you don't have to stay in America for that. You don't have to stay in America for that. You can go to countries like Brazil, Africa. You can go wherever you want if you want a man that looks like you. You can go to Europe and find men that look like you if you want. So don't take a lot of this stuff. I notice a lot of them, like I said, they post sassy memes degrading women, especially women from countries they can't even afford to go to. Y'all broke butts can't even afford to come up here. You need to build your own country if you're worried about women of another country that living better. Maybe you need to ask us, how to start some stuff, because black women up in here, we're highly educated. We run this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you can give some tip. We can give y'all down there some tips on how to beat some of the sexism y'all got to deal with. Y'all still dealing with that sexism. Some girls don't even go to school, can't even get an education, and you talking about us. But I digress. Watch out for that. And like I said, if she's not married, don't be listening to her. Many of my videos, when I'm talking with my hands and stuff and da da da, you can see my wedding ring. And yeah, So don't be getting advice from these emotional pimps, relationship pimps with dysfunctional marriages, being on marriage number 8, talking about people, a woman in another country they can't afford to fly to, and another family can afford to fly to. They got to get your American dollars so they can even afford the hot islands. Don't be listening to these emotional pimps. Go to your grandmothers or great grandmothers for some of you, or just ask around. Go to see. It doesn't matter what the color is of the woman. American women, we're already, hello, like we enjoy privileges other women could only dream of. We're okay. But for those who do come from backgrounds that may not be the most, you know, exemplary, when you see women happy and living well, ask them, how did you do that? What did you learn? Ask them. Talk to your sisters. Talk to them. And that's why I do these videos, because I see these things. My videos aren't to bash, but my videos are to look at what I see that I learn from and to share it for free with you, to share it. Now, other stuff, that I do has nothing to do with this. That's my page. But this is free content, because this mentoring, the sisterhood from American woman to American woman to Black American woman to Black American woman, this needs to be done. And it's been done. It just needs to be done on a larger scale, because, not everybody has the same resources. Not everybody grows up, in families that they can get this kind of information. So share the videos, not for my sake, but for your sake, because I've already dealt with my demons. Whatever issues, everybody comes with baggage, and whatever baggage, I may have had is gone. I got rid of this stuff in my early 20s, y'all. I'm good. Certified good. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't have low self-esteem. I don't have none of that. I'm very much happy with myself, very much good. And how many few women to make it a point to tell you they're good? Because I think one of the biggest issues is not about, getting a man per se, like, or being super, this super uber stereotype of femininity from the 40s. It's really about your emotional stability and your emotional self-esteem and your self-esteem in general. Because when you have a good self-esteem, you're not going to go for men that aren't going to act a certain way. And if you want to learn how to be better, you're going to go around women, and you're going to be friends with them, and you're going to watch what they do, and you're going to learn, or you're going to ask them and befriend these women, and they're going to tell you, so watch out for the emotional pimps out here trying to sell you, a 1950s apron and some curlers and a how to cook starter kit. Some of that advice you don't have to be paying the money for, and you don't have to go to another country to listen to foreign women to get it. There's plenty of it here from women from all other kinds of colors. Now you got one that looks like you that's telling you for free, okay? When you see these little emotional pimps start degrading you, start posting up these negative memes and messages about you to try to give you emotional triggers about, yeah, that's right, girl. Stop to keeping it real culture. She shouldn't have to put up memes to talk about all your issues, your supposed collective issues that we have when, we're the ones holding the community together, to be 100% honest. You shouldn't have to be plucking cords with strangers you don't even know from another country to sell your courses and your books. Okay? Now, some of these pimps do help some people because, like I said, a lot of the advice is basic. That advice is basic. Don't pay for that basic advice you can get off. Even some of the blogs I've told you about that I don't even read anymore, I already know the stuff. That's why I don't read it. But if you don't know it, screw the girl's negative tone and get the information and get out. And it's free. A lot of these Google the femininity blogs. Yeah, they start hating on you, but get the free information and make your own blog. That's right, I said it. Make your own blog. I challenge one of you to make your own blog for Black American women. I'll be posting some videos, but I think one of you need to make your own blog. You do not have to read anything from these Canadian foreigner women, Afro-Latina foreigner women, Brazilian foreigner women. We don't need any of that. Most of us already, and the thing is, the women who do know it, we're too busy living well. And it's sad because we need to give back. We need to get back. And thankfully YouTube is here. You can share more than makeup tutorials. I think it was somebody who said about Beyonce, that scam with that little Hispanic chick who was supposedly Jay's side chick or whatever, made a video about Beyonce saying, sorry, Miss Carter. And she was saying what you need to do is be teaching these girls not how to be single and independent. You need to be teaching these ladies how to get a millionaire husband. It was cold, but she was right. When you see people living successfully, if they're not willing to tell you how they did it, they don't like you that much. They don't like you. They don't. Because there's some ladies, I don't like them. I don't think they're good people. And when they come to me and they see me living well and they ask me questions, I play dumb because I don't like you and I'm not going to help you. You know, because they're not good people. They're not nice people. I don't like them. You know, maybe they'll catch one of my videos for free. But you know, if she ain't willing to share with you how she made it, and it wouldn't disenfranchise her to tell you, she don't like you, ladies. Like, don't follow these emotional pimps and scammers. Don't follow none of them. Don't pay them the money, because that information is already out here, and it's probably already in your family if you go way back, or it's in a coworker's family. When you see women living the way you want to, befriend them, and figure out what's up. Be nice about it. So that's all. Bye bye. Oh shit, I'm trying to hang up. I always like to end on a smile, like I really do. Okay. This is bye. Bye.